Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not going to be on but a minute. Um, a little more than a minute, but not long at all. I wanted to come in and talk about first. I shall not die. Let's say our declaration. I shall not die, but live. Psalm 118:17. I shall live out my I shall fulfill my purpose and live out my days. I shall fulfill my purpose and live out my days. We are on our healthy gut reset, spring cleaning. Um, and as I was just telling those on my other live, if you have messed up, if you have fallen off, I want you to be mindful of what you're putting in your body. I want you to be mindful of your digestive system and how it needs a break at times. So we eat heavy meats and a lot of sugar, things like that, and your body needs rest. It needs rest from your digestive tract needs rest from trying to digest all of that stuff. And so with the healthy gut reset, we're doing fruit and vegetables, which will give your body some relief and some. Like today, I am doing juices. I juiced last night, put them in the refrigerator. So I'm doing juice today. So that's going to give my body some relief as well. My digestive tract from working, and my heart and our heart from working to digest food. Today, I wanted to talk about um, fried foods and how they affect our body. Fried foods. A lot of times we think what's so bad about fried foods is the flour or, the cornmeal or whatever we use. Um, but here's what's so bad about fried foods. Um, when you fry food, it changes your food. It changes your food. It says because the fried foods are made of absorbing oil, the result is a high fat product. A high fat product. If the oil you use is animal derived, like lard, bacon grease, um, it can cause high cholesterol. Um, Also, when you fry your foods, it significantly increases your calorie intake or content. Fried foods carry high calories, people. So when oils are used and reused over and over again for frying, you know how we have our frittatas or whatever, we have our oil sitting in it. And that's what fast food restaurants do. This can break down and result in us absorbing more oil in our body. So when you eat fried foods, the oil don't just go through you. It sits in your body and it contributes to our heart health. It impacts how our heart functions. Just imagine your heart having to pump that grease, that oil, because when it's broken down, it goes into our blood system, our bloodstream. When we eat, everything makes its way to our gut. The gut absorbs the nutrients and take the nutrients through our bloodstream. So with the oil, it does the same thing. It causes our system to be sluggish because now we got this blood, the components from the oil in our bloodstream. Fried foods. This is what happens to your heart when you eat fried foods. Fried foods are high in saturated and trans fats, which are known to increase blood cholesterol levels and damage the walls of your arteries. These damaged areas in your blood vessels eventually develop plaque. I can see that, because if you leave grease on the stove, it, like lard or certain greases and butters, they turn to a solid. So in our body, it creates plaque in our arteries, like a solid oil, but it's a hard plaque. These damaged areas in your blood vessels eventually develop plaque, narrowing the artery and making it harder to pump blood. So when we eat fried foods, these saturated and trans fats, they increase cholesterol levels and damage the walls of our arteries, creating and building plaque. We can see our arteries as pumping systems over time, like pipes. So over time, they tend to develop buildup from grime and debris, just like any other pipe, which eventually leads to clogs. When this process happens in your arteries, it's called atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis puts you at increased risk for multiple heart conditions. A heart attack is also called a myocardial infarction. Myocardial infarction is when a blockage in your artery prevents the heart muscle from receiving enough blood. Fried foods clog your arteries, which puts you at high risk for a heart attack. The main cause of heart attack is CAD, which is caused by the buildup of cholesterol containing plaque. Cholesterol containing plaque in the arteries that feed to the heart. It causes the blockage and you end up having a heart attack. Listen to this one. How does fried food increase a stroke? So, like with a heart attack, plaque buildup in the arteries that carry blood to the brain cause a stroke. When the blood supply to your brain is limited, it can lead to brain damage due to a lack of oxygen and nutrients. All of this is because of the oils that cause plaque in the arteries, um, and the blood vessels that supply blood to the brain. Remember, as it's built up, that blood is having a hard time going through, or is limited, is restricted in how much blood can go through those arteries. So you can experience a stroke if a piece of the plaque breaks off and travels to the brain. God, wow, wow, wow. Um, fried. The reason. Let me reiterate this. The reason why fried food, fast food, the fried foods at the restaurant are so bad is because you're using that oil over and over and over and over and over again, and it's breaking down. The more you use it, the more it breaks down. So once you put it in your body, it is broken down so much so that your body is easy for your body to absorb it. Okay. Um, how can I make fried foods healthier? I like fried foods. I just told them on my other live I like calamari. How can I make it healthier? So, here's some steps that you can take. Fry foods in unsaturated fats like olive oil. There's debates on whether or not you can heat olive oil, because when you heat olive oil, um, just your regular olive oil, where's my, like this, it can release chemicals or toxins. Now, there are some olive oils, and I've seen them, that are made to be heated. They were made to be heated by that kind. Some olive oils are not created equal. They are not made to be heated. But make sure you look at the bottle, make sure it is one that is you can heat and it can withstand heat. Keep your oil clean. Limit the reuse of it, because the more you use it, the easier it is to absorb into your bloodstream. Adding carbonated liquids or baking soda to your batter will decrease oil absorption. Adding baking soda or carbonated water to your batter will decrease your oil absorption. Shorten frying time by cooking at temperatures of 325 to 400. Less time means less oil absorption. The longer your stuff sits in grease, the more oil it absorbs. Once you eat it, the more oil goes into your body. Drain cooked food on paper towels. Remove the excess oil. Now, these are ways to decrease the absorption of the oil, but in order to completely decrease it is to not even do it or minimize it. Maybe once every 2 weeks, eat something fried. If you have to have something fried, use olive oil. It's very, very, very good. It's good for you. In the Mediterranean, they will even take a cap full of olive. They just drink it down every day. But as far as your saturated fats, your butters, your animal oils, decrease those. Decrease them, because we know what it does in our body. Our body absorbs that oil. It goes into our bloodstream. As the blood is going through the vessels, through the arteries and through the blood vessels, it's depositing these oils, which is creating plaque, raising our cholesterol levels, creating plaque in the heart, and you can have a heart attack, because if it's hard for your blood to flow, that means the less oxygen that your heart is getting and the less blood supply your heart is getting, and it can cause you to have a heart attack. It can also cause you to have a stroke, because the less oxygen, these organs, these parts begin to malfunction. Even so, if the plaque breaks off and goes to the brain, it can cause a heart attack. It can cause a heart attack. So that's what I wanted to share with us today about fried foods. Let me read this. Fried foods are high in saturated fats and trans fats. So you want to use unsaturated fats like olive oil. So they promote plaque buildup in arteries that can put you at risk for coronary artery disease, heart failure, heart attack, and stroke. So you can work out, go to the gym and all of that. But if you are consuming fried foods on a regular basis, you are still putting yourself at risk for a heart attack or stroke. Regularly eating fried foods is associated with high risk of developing heart problems. All right. So I wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions, you can always inbox me. I am a certified health and wellness coach. So if there's a question I can answer, I will definitely do that. Let me say this. Trans fats and saturated fats, they are associated with diabetes, obesity, and cancer as well. All right. All right. That is our time today. Good morning, LaShawna. Good morning, Tanya. I didn't see y'all out there. So I hope y'all heard what I said. I hope y'all got it. Decrease your fried foods because it can lead to heart attacks. It plaques up the arteries because our bodies absorb that oil. And it restricts blood flow and cuts and limits oxygen. So let us decrease our fried. Be mindful of what you are putting in your body and how it works once it gets in your body. All right. Make sure you guys are doing your chlorophyll. I'm drinking coconut water today. And like I told them on my other live, I'm getting ready to do my chlorophyll water. I'll put it in here, and that's going to start my day. I've already had my hibiscus. You can sweeten your stuff with the agave. I also have green tea. I have to do decaffeinated because caffeinated anything gives me heart palpitations. But green tea is really, really, really good for cleaning your arteries. It's really good for that. So y'all, let's take care of our bodies. No matter what size you are, you can still be healthy. Now, I'm of size. It is not good on our joints, and it makes our heart work harder. So we do want to get the weight off, but we also want to understand what we are putting in our bodies. We want to understand it. Be mindful of what we put in our bodies. All right. Love you all. I'll see you probably tomorrow with another healthy gut reset spring cleaning tidbit. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. Talk to you later. Bye.